How do you like it?
Hey Guardians, Goshuki here. I just wanted to round up some more of the Destiny 2 leaks that have been coming out recently. Some things like the max power level, returning and new exotics, and the potential leak of the second DLC already. I won't go into all the details, but these things I'm talking about could still be considered spoilers. So if you don't want any spoilers, you want to go into the game fresh tomorrow. Gosh, it's going to be tomorrow night. Isn't that awesome? It's almost here. But if you want to go in the game fresh tomorrow with no spoilers, you can go ahead and leave. Leave the video. Leave me a like before you go. So I'll give you a second for that. Thank you. So yeah, go ahead and go, and then we will hop into what we're going to talk about today. So, as a lot of us know by now, the Destiny 2 strategy guide leaked online, and we've learned a lot of things about Destiny 2, from returning a new exotic armor and weapons to the max power level. So I'm not going to go into a lot of it, as I don't want to spoil too much, but you can go ahead and search Reddit, or I'll put some links in the comments below. But we do know some of our favorite armors from Destiny 1, Crest of Alpha Lupi, Insurmountable Skullfort, Celestial Nighthawk, things like that are coming back. Also for weapons, we've learned that some like Hardlight and Mida are going to be back. So just to name a few of the ones that are coming back, which is pretty awesome. Another interesting thing we learned about is certain exotics come together to make exotic weapon sets. For example, we heard about the new weapon called the Mida Mini tool, which pairs up with the Mida Multi tool. When you equip them at the same time, they get bonus perks. So we don't know much about what the perks are going to be, but it'll be interesting to see how it plays out in the game and how many there are. I'm pretty curious about what kind of new exotic weapon sets we'll see. A lot of weapons and armor will now have a lore tab that you can pull up. We know there's a lot of lore in Destiny, and it's probably impossible to put it all in the game, so some of it is going to have to be read. With the Grimoire cards going away, we're kind of wondering where that extra lore is going to be, so we now know that some of it's going to be in some of the exotic and legendary weapons. We don't know about where or anything like that yet, but things like the Mida Multi-Tool, for example, you'll be able to pull up a tab and see the lore behind that weapon, which is pretty awesome. We now know that light level has been changed to power level. We talked a little bit about that before. It looks like the max power level in Destiny 2 is going to be 300. We learned this from the strategy guide again. Doing regular missions and things are going to get you up to 260 light. So once you hit 260 light, those regular missions and quests are only going to give you side upgrades. So everything's going to drop around 260 at that point. After that, you're going to have to do in-game things, nightfalls, raids, weekly milestones to get anything higher. So it looks like getting up to 260 will be pretty simple. Might take a little while, but it'll be pretty simple overall. But getting up to 300 is where the real grind is going to be. We now know for sure that the reset day for Destiny 2 is going to be on Tuesday. When Bungie was asked why they're releasing the raid on Wednesday, a week after the game comes out, they said they wanted us to have that Tuesday, the reset day, to work on nightfalls and other weekly activities to gain some extra power level to be ready for that raid on Wednesday. We got to look into the collector's edition of Destiny 2. That's the edition I'll be picking up here tomorrow. So we got to see all the cool stuff that comes with that. You can check out the link below to look into that, but I may do an unboxing myself. Finally, we had a leak supposedly containing Destiny 2's second DLC information. I'll read it, but you can take it with a grain of salt. We don't know if this is true or not. All we really know about it is that it's coming out in spring of next year. So, Destiny's second DLC will be coming with the expansion pass. It's the one with the Warmind symbol. It's going to be called the Tyrant's Crypt, and it'll be around the same size as the first DLC, but a little larger. The description is as follows: with the Speaker's heresy revealed, and the threat of the second faction war looming over the surviving humans, Lord Saladin has found a way to prevent the coming of a second Dark Age, but it has a price. Go to the Manhattan Nuclear Zone, find the Warmind Seedman, and steal from him the truth about what really caused the collapse. They went into more detail to talk about it's going to have a new zone, the Manhattan Nuclear Zone, new patrol, new enemy types, 4 new Crucible maps, 2 new Crucible modes, 1 new raid, and a new arena activity called Charlemagne's Labyrinth. New lost sectors, adventures, quests, gear, etc. So again, not sure if it's real or not, take it with a grain of salt, but we are talking about leaks today, and that's what leaked recently. Well, that's all I'm going to talk about for now. So if you like the video, please drop a like. It's greatly appreciated. Comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and go Shuki out.